y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. Yeah, here comes the, y'all don't really want it like that. I said so, I keep big bills up in my hood on the dirty like Bledsoe. Ain't got no twist in my head.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Unfiltered Sports Podcast. We are back out of here. We got my man Z in the building. I'm your other host. I'm Apollo. We are back. We do apologize for our hiatus. It's called life. It has happened. But we are back. Finally back on the grind. Back out here to give y'all some news. Talk about a little bit of what's going on in the offseason. But before we get into the video, guys, be sure to make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the content. Thank y'all so much for everybody that's going to come through. Links to social media platforms will be down in the description. But without further ado, we won't waste too much of your time. We got some topics we want to discuss here. And we're going to go ahead and start it off. I'm going to let my man Z, because he got some stuff he want to get off his Buffalo Bills chest over there. So this has been a wild, crazy offseason. And my man, I just want to know, from your perspective, who made the best offseason move so far in terms of signing?
Are we talking about signings or trades or included or just signings?
Well, let's just say any. Just say all of it. Who made the best move so far to help them pursue to a championship?
So, kind of biased me says, having Von Miller getting signed by the Bills, and then not only that, the Bills had gotten Shaq Lawson back, and then they got Jordan. Trying to sit here and think. There was a lot of signings by the Buffalo Bills, man. It was just ridiculous. I didn't think that was going to happen. I didn't think we were going to get someone like Von Miller.
Yeah.
To be 100% honest with you, dude, I think that was a crazy signing.
I mean, is it really biased when you sign a former Super Bowl MVP? I mean, if Von Miller was not on that Denver team, we very well could be talking about Cam Newton as an ex-Super Bowl champion.
Yeah. No. I mean, you're 100% right, dude. So it comes down to just a few different factors, man. I think the biggest one is that Bills have one hole to address right now. That's it. There's no other holes. Yeah. There's one hole, and it's the cornerback. Who's going to be number two? There's a lot of rumors going around that supposedly Diggs' little brother is trying to get traded to the Bills because he really wanted Diggs to get traded.
I hope not.
It's just rumors. I don't see anything happening from it.
Yeah.
But it's always the case that it's always the possibility. So but yeah, and then you got the likes of again Shaq Lawson coming back. That's a big one for the Bills because we were missing that explosiveness off the line. They got rid of Star Lotulelei. They cut him. Done and over with. We are going to feel a little bit, but we got Jordan Phillips back. They signed Tim Settle, from the Washington Redskins, and it just there's a lot of good things that happen, man. Dude, I didn't think, for instance, Saffold, dude, from the fucking Seahawks. I didn't think we were gonna get him, as a freaking guard, dude. Just shoring up what the Bills were doing, and then I think of the two positions that really need to be addressed on the Bills, which aren't really bad things. Now we got that edge rusher in Von Miller. Then, even the cornerback position, because I feel like they're going to switch it up, dude. I think they're going to do a 4-3-4. I don't think they're going to run the nickel set anymore. And because when you have a weapon like Von Miller, dude, you don't put him on, you're not trying to do a 4-2-5. Exactly. It just doesn't work that way, And if anything, dude, they might do a hybrid 5-2 or what is it? The 5-2-4. Mm-hmm. So that could be it too. Maybe, and then you got OJ Howard. That signed. Now, I get it. He's not as great as he was supposed to be, but he's still good.
That's a sleeper signing because he's talented. I think he's been underutilized in his career.
Oh well, he's been injured a lot, man. When you're injury prone,
and then when you get Tom Brady, he brings in Gronk. That kind of halts his development. So I
Yep.
think he's going to really flourish and definitely help Josh Allen even more and add help with Diggs. So.
Well, and then then you have Jamison Crowder that fucking signed, dude, and I think that's an improvement from Cole Beasley. And I loved Cole Beasley, but Cole Beasley wanted to leave the Bills, man. So you can't sit there and say what ifs, But I was really surprised, dude, with a lot of teams, though.
Yeah.
Obviously, Tampa Bay got Tom Brady back. I didn't think that was going to happen. I literally thought he was,
I thought it would take to about right now for him to say, "Okay, I want to come back." I don't think he would do it that soon.
I think he had talked to his spouse a lot, his family, and was like, "Hey, what if I just did one more year? What if I just did another year and tried?"
Bro, he's been saying that for like 6 years now.
Yeah, I think the biggest stupidest move was for the Green Bay Packers to get rid of Devontae Adams.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the stupidest move, dude. Well, no, not the stupidest. One of the stupidest ones, but
we'll get to that.
Yeah, I think by far the Cowboys, dude. I think the Cowboys fucking took the cake on it. They cut all these players.
Hold on.
They signed them.
We'll go in on my Cowboys because their stupidity deserves their own section. But I'm not going to disagree with you when it comes to the Bills. As a matter of fact, they're in my top 3. I got a top 3 of teams that made moves. The Bills made moves. The Broncos made moves because they went and got a good quarterback to go with that good, talented receiving core and team. And the Rams, adding Bobby Wagner, another veteran who is as smart as he is, pairing him with Aaron Donald and having that good secondary.
Yeah, and then they also got the likes of Allen Robinson, too.
Yeah. The Rams proved last year what teams have been trying to do for years when they go all in for a year, that if you do it right and people stay healthy, you can win. So now we see the Chargers going in, the Chiefs going in, the Bills go. Everybody in the AFC is pretty much going in. Gotta help that your division, man. Your division and conference. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be a dogfight this year. Somebody with a winning record is not going to make the playoffs. I guarantee you. Someone's going to go like 11-6, 12-5, and miss the playoffs because it's so many of y'all good teams in that conference. It's crazy, man.
Well, I think and then you look at it, dude. Like I feel like Kansas City did themselves. They shot themselves in the foot by letting Tyreek Hill go, man. Like
Absolutely.
But
I think that was a business decision because it's like they can't afford to pay what he wants. He's not going to take a pay cut, and you want to bring in more talent to help Mahomes, especially on that line. So it's like, hey, you got a Super Bowl. Thank you for your service. Go wherever you want to go.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's going to do that well in the Dolphins, man. Like he's still going to be a good wide receiver. Don't get me wrong. I have a feeling like. Because I didn't even realize. Do you realize he's like 32 years old?
Here's my thing. So what's the game plan now? Because, see, when you got Patrick Mahomes.
My bad, 28.
Yeah, 28. Okay. So this is remember how defenses play Tyreek Hill. They play 2-man, right? The guy on top and, guy underneath. And you just have somebody sit back if Tyreek Hill goes deep. Tua is not a threat to throw the ball deep like that. So now Tyreek is going to get even more potential. But you got Jalen Waddle on the other side, and he is you can't name a cornerback duo that's fast enough to keep up with Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing, man. Are you going to be able to protect Tua enough now to be able to utilize both those weapons, man? That comes the whole thing. Like you can't let Tua has to be able to release the ball pretty quick. Mm-hmm. We talked about that before, dude. Most of his numbers is just like fucking what is his name? The Patriots new quarter. Mac Jones, dude. Yeah. He does a little bit of fucking, barely getting any receptions. It's just short passes that are off to the side, dude, and he just lets the receiver do the work. So yeah, dude,
I don't see an offense like that translating. Like that works at Alabama because, like we were saying the other day, when you got all that speed, there's not going to be that much speed on the other side of the ball in college. In the NFL, that's a different story. Yeah, you got some guys that are fast, but there are more fast guys on defense in the NFL than college.
Yeah, and then they actually did they released a video, dude, and I don't know what happened to Tyreek Hill's speed, man. Him and Waddle did a full out sprint race, dude. It doesn't look like the same Tyreek Hill, man. And me and you had that conversation the other day, dude, where he's just going to get their money, dude. He doesn't give a shit about winning no more, dude. He's there to make sure he gets his contract. That's it. I really don't think he's there to win anymore, man.
I think with what he's done, I think it's like once you get the Super Bowl so early, now it's like, okay, I got my money, I got my ring. Let me do enough to keep getting this money and just ride my career out. I think that's what's going on. We could be wrong. Yeah. We could be wrong, but it's hard. They use the analogy like when it comes to Conor McGregor. After his Floyd Mayweather fight, it's hard to get up and work out to want to get punched in the face when you just made $100 million in a fight. That you basically was an exhibition playground. It's hard to go get up and train and go to camp in the UFC and make $2.5 million for a freaking grueling death match, whereas you just played around with Floyd Mayweather for 10 rounds and got $100 million. So that's probably the mindset with Tyreek Hill. It's probably hard for he can probably wake up and still train and love the game, and and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's probably hard at this point to wake up at his position because when your quarterback is different. This really makes you wonder what drives Brady to always just keep wanting more. Like,
well, I've been watching the Man in the Arena. You know me, with Tom Brady, dude. I've always, just being a Bills fan, dude, I've always hated him, but now that he's in Tampa Bay, dude, like I've actually sat back and like listened to like a lot of his stuff, dude. And it's crazy because he was always doubted, dude. Always. Even after he won 3 Super Bowl championships, dude, it was never Brady. It was the defense. It was this. And it wasn't until he won the Super Bowl in Tampa Bay. Think about that. He had 6 Super Bowl wins, and they always said it was nothing but Belichick. It was the defense. It was the scheme.
Yeah.
XYZ, right? Everything with it, dude. And then he goes and turns around, wins the Super Bowl with another team, with a head coach that kind of dabbled in it, but you know what I mean? Like, he never was like a full-on bona fide head coach. Then Tom Brady comes to you, dude, and wins you a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So that's just a different breed, man. Like, and I was listening to that stuff, like with all like the Hall of Fame from that generation, that first dynasty that the Patriots had, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, they had a different mindset, man. They had a different mindset. Every time they went in that locker room, dude, like, you worked out, dude. Players were pushing themselves so hard. Because, hey, they would stay a few hours extra later, after practice, after everything was said and done, and so that they could win the championship. And, like, Tom Brady, I watched the video when they had that perfect season. And I watched the Man in the Arena with the perfect season, and Brady was like, dude, I was tired at that point. He's like, I was legitimately tired of just winning. He's like, it doesn't sound like it's crazy, but he goes, I was always gone. I was always, doing something. He goes, I wasn't taking care of myself at the time. So just that constant, like, always doing stuff and then partying. Because he's like, dude, I was a nobody from a nowhere town. And he goes, then I became a superstar in the NFL, and he goes, I didn't understand what I was doing.
It's hard. People don't understand the price you have to pay to win, let alone keep winning. Like I just said, when you win to a certain extent, it is hard to constantly pick yourself up and say, man, I need to keep doing this. Because, I mean, I'm thinking like if I'm in Tom Brady's situation, let's say I'm 35 years old, 4 Super Bowls, top 10 and damn near every passing category except interceptions. I'm probably going to be like, yeah, I'm good. Let me go ahead and retire. This man is near 45, another decade later, and still like, I want more. I want more. It's crazy. I'm like you, man. I used to hate Tom Brady for the longest time, but after seeing him leave New England, it's like you got this new appreciation and respect for him.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. But speaking of how you touched on some of the bad offseason moves, definitely Green Bay, because you get rid of Devontae Adams. Valdez Scantling is gone. I forgot which team he went to. Aaron Rodgers has no one to throw to. You give him an extension. Also, now who's he going to throw to in the offense?
Well, dude, knowing the Green Bay, dude, they're going to draft another quarterback. Watch.
Probably
first round. They're going to draft another quarterback, dude. And if I was Aaron Rodgers, dude, honestly, I'd be like, just trade me, dude. Like, we traded our best wide receiver for 2 first-round draft picks.
He should have tried to go to Denver.
Yeah. And if I was, and I get it, Aaron Rodgers stirs up shit wherever he goes. But I feel like he stirs up the shit now because you don't give him what he needs, man. Like, that's like the perfect example of a player that has done everything for the franchise and then the franchise never does anything for them. It's not like Tom Brady. It's not like Patrick Mahomes. It's not like Josh Allen. It's not like Lamar Jackson. These quarterbacks that are, hey, these are my franchise guy. I'm going to get them whoever or whatever the fuck they need to get that Super Bowl, And I think that's going to be the big difference maker, man. Like, I don't get the fucking Green Bay Packers, dude, especially right now, man. Like,
because they already got their Super Bowl out of him.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They got their title out of him. But to your point about that, I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to say no. Yes, I agree. Green Bay has over the years, just like dropped the ball at getting him the personnel to be able to get over the hump again and win. But I'm going to hold Aaron Rodgers accountable for the NFC title game against Tampa Bay last year. Because they got 3 turnovers. His defense got 3 turnovers in a row on 3 drives in a row. All Aaron Rodgers had to do was go down and at least get some type of point.
Yeah, but wasn't Devontae Adams injured though?
No.
Are you sure? I thought he was injured that game, dude, because they were talking about how I'm pretty sure, dude, that game he was out, man, because they were talking about how it didn't matter because Aaron Rodgers does better without Adams in the game.
Yeah. I mean, there was that one play where he like bootlegged out and he had a wide open lane to run to the end zone. And Aaron Rodgers, he's not Lamar Jackson, but he ain't slow. He could have reached the end zone, so that, the Packers are going to struggle this year. They'll probably still win the division because there's nobody in that division to contend with them. Because Chicago just got rid of Khalil Mack, so you just killed that whole team. Now you got to build on Justin Fields. Minnesota is, who knows what's up with them. And don't even get me started on Detroit. So the Packers will probably make the playoffs again and win the division because by default, they have the best quarterback in the division, hands down. But outside of that, they're not going far in the playoffs. They're getting bounced first round easily.
Hold on one second.
All right.
All right. Yeah, no, dude. And then, dude, honestly, dude, I think the stupidest I said, earlier I still think the Deshaun Watson trade was the stupidest trade ever, man.
His contract is fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
That is, dude, wow.
Well, dude, not only that, dude, he's still facing all those charges. Like, a lot of people are. So
that's crazy. Look, I understand his talent level, and if this was a video game, give me Deshaun Watson. Oh yeah, I'm guaranteeing all his money. That's a video game. There's no off the field ramifications in a video game. This is real life. He still has 20 plus civil suits, whatever, to go and deal with. Okay, he's not going to face criminal charges. His name has been drugged through the mud.
Yep. Well, that was until, because the problem that they were having was the women. So the team therapists and stuff like that, because they weren't like just random chicks on the road.
Yeah.
They were like the personal trainers and shit for the team.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, they were petrified of losing their jobs, so they weren't. You know what I mean? He was like, "Hey, I'll pay you $100 to suck my dick," stuff like that. I mean, that's not exactly how it went down, but when you're the star franchise, dude, you don't get told no. You know what I mean? And like, they probably ran over to the owner or the GM or whoever and was like, "Hey, he's telling me to do this stuff." They're probably like, "Well, why don't you shut the fuck up and do your job?"
Yeah.
I'm probably sure that's probably exactly how it went down. To be honest with you, knowing how the NFL is, especially if they're women.
Now, here's my thing that I don't get about athletes. Okay, you pretty much knew you had no faith in the organization that they would give or take your input on personnel decisions and trades and hirings. So why would you sign the contract extension anyway? Knowing at your talent level, some other team is going to break the bank to get you.
Yeah.
He could have been in Denver last year.
Oh, yeah. Well,
if he want to sign that extension, maybe, who knows where he could have been.
Well, dude, that's what the problem is now. Because now so he was cleared of the charges that were for solicitation, right? Yeah. So solicitation of sexual favors, right? Not only that, now, so it was perceived that he had done those actions, right? Mm-hmm. So it was perceived. So in the law court means that, hey, he was perceived that that's what happened, but he never admitted to doing it. Now, a judge is saying you have to admit to it because we have all the evidence for it, and now a new trial may be set up due to it. So, and that's where a lot of people aren't understanding this whole thing, because all these women now can openly say, because they're afraid to come out in the last one, because solicitation of sexual favors is prostitution.
Yeah.
So if they would have made Watson guilty, all those women that were trying to go against him went to prison for prostitution. So it clears them up now for the second case, where now it is forced, rape. I mean, at the end of the day, it's rape, dude. So but it's forced sexual favors because you were afraid that you were going to lose your job, or you were afraid that you were going to get in trouble being the team, therapist, physical therapist or something like that. You were afraid that you were going to get fired because you told the franchise quarterback no.
Yeah.
Because he probably, and this is just hearsay, so, don't take any of this for fact at this point, what I'm going to say from now on. Mm-hmm. But, imagine denying, the boss's son or the boss's daughter something. That's like, that goes to that whole thing. A franchise quarterback's like the fucking the son or the daughter of an entire organization.
Yeah. So
they get what they want. And I'm not saying all quarterbacks are like that or all star players are like that, but in some cases they are. And he's probably going to get off of it because he's really rich. But I feel like this is going to be like the whole OJ thing. He's going to lose all of his money because you got to pay all this off. These women, so these 22 lawsuits, that's probably why he got that guaranteed money. Because the NFL is kind of going to fucking borrow him after everything comes out.
It's funny how it's always some type of technicality or something that goes on. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God! Doesn't fit. If the glove doesn't fit,
you must not quit. Yeah. Oh my goodness, man.
And his ass is going like this. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit.
Ah, shit.
Oh, you gotta quit it. I got away with it. And then the motherfucker releases a book. If I would have done it, motherfucker.
Fucking dumbass. You know what? I mean, it's just wild too. You notice that all the big off-season moves are in the AFC. Nobody outside of Tampa Bay getting Tom Brady back in the NFC has done a damn thing. My Cowboys.
Well,
I mean, you get the Rams got Bobby Wagner. Boo. But my Cowboys ain't done a damn thing. The Seahawks, nothing. I mean,
dude, the Cowboys, man, they cut all these fucking huge contract fucking people. They got huge cap hits, and then they signed the motherfuckers back for the same contract.
Bro, that's
dude, Jerry Jones needs to get off the fucking pot, dude. Like, god damn, dude. Like,
I mean, his
holy
son,
fuck.
Steven is a chip off the old block. So I mean, what is going to change at least the next 25 years?
No, dude. Honestly, dude, that's why owners, dude. At one point in time, owners were GMs, man. You know, but there's entire people who made an entire career of being a GM. You know what I mean? Like, you hire someone to manage that, then you wouldn't have these stupid contracts, dude. Like, the way he is reminds me of Doug Whaley for the Buffalo Bills, dude. Like, the whole, 13 seasons we had Doug Whaley, dude, we got fucked. Like, literally, no-name players were getting these huge-ass contracts, or you'd sign a fucking player way out of his prime, like fucking Terrell Owens, which, don't get me wrong, he still did a pretty good number for us, but then, Marcel Darius, dude, I love Marcel Darius. He had a huge season with us. And then they gave him a $200 million contract for 6 years, and we got fucked because he just didn't play.
But think of Jerry Jones' mentality. I have the richest sports organization on the planet, and I don't even have to win the championship in my league to be that. I'm always the most talked about. I'm always the most featured everywhere on merchandise, all this. I get the most high-name players, whether they come from nowhere or not. And I make the most revenue out of any sports franchise on the planet. So imagine Jerry Jones, to him, that's a win. That's a win. He just has to promote the Dallas Cowboys. Here's an example.
The funny thing is,
here's an example real quick. WWE WrestleMania, right? It was the AT&T Stadium. Never in any stadium that they've held WrestleMania have you had any type of outside logo other than WWE. They made sure to put that Dallas Cowboy star behind the WrestleMania logo. That's how prominent Jerry Jones has made the Dallas Cowboys as a brand name. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, but dude, at that same token, dude, Jerry Jones ain't the richest owner anymore, man.
He's not. And he's not the richest owner, but the franchise is the most popular.
Well, yeah. Well,
I think that's what he cares about.
But I mean, with how they have been playing, dude, it has been nothing but just complete, utter, just bullshit, dude. I feel like they're hanging on this legacy, dude. I feel like, honestly, dude, if the Cowboys do not just do a cut and dump on all the players, all these players in there, dude, they'll never do anything, dude. I'm sorry, dude. Amari Cooper, dude, don't get me wrong, he's good. He's a good wide receiver, but dude, he's not he wasn't as good as he was getting paid.
Do you think he'll help Deshaun Watson in any significant way?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, dude, I mean, you're talking about arguably one of the best fucking O-lines in the league. Are you kidding me? All you need is a fucking guy who can run deep, dude. Let's talk about
that. Let's talk about that. How well do you think the Browns would turn around and what's to come of Baker Mayfield? Because right now they're saying he's going to be the backup. What's to come?
So, dude, dude, it's going to be hard because the AFC North, dude, is just a stacked division. You got the Ravens, you got the Browns, you got the Bengals, you even got the Steelers, dude, which I think Mitchell Trubisky is going to do fucking amazing for them. It's just, dude, it's pick your poison, dude. That's the move, dude. So I don't necessarily think it's going to be like this godforsaken thing because you still have a relatively new coach.
Yeah.
Who, he's been there, 2 seasons now?
I think so.
This is his third. Stefanski, right?
Yes, Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah. Who's a great coach. I just don't know how you utilize that, man. Because remember, Deshaun Watson was the play caller, you know. So how does he if he is allowed to play? First off, if he is, that's the first one.
Yeah.
Is he going to be able to be playing this season? Because the NFL banned one player for an entire season right now for betting.
Calvin Ridley, yeah.
So what does that mean? You know what I mean? What does that mean?
Talk about a waste of money. I mean, are they keeping Baker Mayfield as an insurance policy if Deshaun can't play?
I think that's
paying two big name quarterbacks.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the big deal right now. I think that's why they haven't traded him, because they're unsure, dude. They're not sure if he is going to be there. Maybe that's why Baker hasn't been traded yet. Maybe that's why, he's still there. Maybe it is an insurance policy, dude. I don't know. I couldn't tell you, but I feel like the Browns just made a Browns move. They got Amari Cooper. They got. Now, hold on. I wonder.
While you looked it up, if you're in Baker Mayfield's shoes, let's say let's say this is a scenario. The team goes out, give Deshaun Watson, who didn't even play last season, who has all these legal, allegations, that say that. They give him a fully guaranteed contract. Even Patrick Mahomes couldn't get that. They give Deshaun a fully guaranteed contract. And you feel like they're keeping you as the ace in the hole just in case he doesn't play. How does that make you feel as a player and a former number 1 overall pick?
I don't think that makes you feel good, dude, at all. I feel like the biggest issue with that, dude, is, you're either going to play me or you're not, dude. Not many players have the whole, Drew Bledsoe, I'm just a team player,
Yeah.
I think you got to remember, dude. So I was watching the Man in the Arena thing, when Drew Bledsoe went down, dude, they didn't expect Tom Brady to win, to finish the season off. And then, I didn't realize, just to caveat off all that, I didn't realize that Bledsoe played the championship game, won it, and dominated it. And then come Super Bowl, it was Tom Brady in there.
Yeah.
And Drew Bledsoe, because Drew Bledsoe led them to a Super Bowl. Yeah, remember, he led them to a Super Bowl
in '96 or something, right? Something like that.
Yeah. So he wasn't a bad quarterback.
Exactly.
He just, he lost to the Rams, and it's funny because Tom Brady beat the Rams. So, but that just goes to show you, dude, that's not many players will do that. If you were the starter, if Patrick Mahomes got injured and Heineke was the starter for this, hey, you played for most of the season and then come to Super Bowl. Hey, Patrick Mahomes is good, dude. Would you give Heineke the keys because he led you to that point? Or would you just be like, hey, my franchise guy is here and I'm going to put him in? That's that. Did you earn it? Did you earn it to play in the Super Bowl? Or was it the guy behind you that finished the entire season for you and went and won it all through? And that's why I think it was interesting the way that, Belichick put Tom Brady in there because, hey, he won it for the whole season while you were injured. Mm-hmm. Even though you are $100 million contract guy, he fucking put in the work and won all those games to get us here.
Exactly.
So
I'm going to transition real quick because you brought up Taylor Heineke. He played fairly well for the Commanders. And they still go and get Carson Wentz, who's back now in the division that he got drafted in. What do you think Carson Wentz comes in and wins the starting job? Or do you come in and think Carson Wentz is going to be clipboard man?
To be honest with you, man, you don't make moves like that expecting, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I think Carson Wentz, I don't
know how you think Carson Wentz is going to help you win when he proved that in Philly he's injury prone, and he was not the
Yeah.
driving force of that Super Bowl team, even though he was playing outstandingly well that year, and probably would have won MVP if he stayed healthy. He goes to the Colts. You have a good team. You didn't really make any type of noise, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, how much different is your team different from, let's say, the Titans? And the Titans are going to make noise. Yeah, they got Derrick Henry, but your defense is just as good as the Titans, and your offense can be just as efficient as the Titans, and you made no noise. And then if you're supposed to be that guy, then you get the job done, and he did not. Because last we checked with Andrew Luck, as much as he got hurt, he still was taking those Colts team to the playoffs with just T.Y. Hilton, and that's it.
Yeah.
So
I got a question for you.
all right.
Do you think that Julio Jones is going to be picked up by anybody?
I think New England. Either New England or Green Bay. Because I say New England because he's a veteran. He's still in a fairly good shape. He's just good to get injured. But I think he fits in that New England culture. He's not a diva receiver. He's a freak of nature athlete still, but he just puts his head down and works, man. So he'll fit right in with Bill Belichick. And it gives somebody to help Mac Jones develop and just, hey, he's one-on-one, throw it in the area. Because even now, how many corners outside of 3 or 4 will contest Julio in a one-on-one situation when it comes to catching a football? Green Bay, I mean, you just pairing with Aaron freaking Rodgers. Yeah. If they can get along.
Well, dude, I think, to be honest with you, dude, not to say anything, New England, dude, I don't think New England's going to do good this year, dude. They just lost a whole bunch of defensive players.
They did. And they haven't been making any moves either. Like, all those moves they made last year, they're real quiet this year. It's like...
Yeah. And I don't even get it, dude, because, it's not like they draft good.
They don't. No, they don't. They do not draft good. They get everything in free agency. They didn't get anybody this year. So it's like, and who's still out there? Tyrann Mathieu still out there. The Honey Badger might be a Patriot. Earl Thomas is quietly still out there. He had a whole year off to recover. I don't know how well he is, but let's say Julio's out there. I don't know who else they're going to bring in.
Dude, honestly, dude, I think Tyrann Mathieu is going to end up on the Bills, dude. I feel like the Bills are going to put Jordan Poyer right now.
You think so? I mean, that's an upgrade, but I mean, he's not a bad player, though. Jordan Poyer.
Well, Jordan Poyer is demanding more money right now. A lot of players are making money, and, he's in the last year of his contract. Like, I get it. But every time someone on the Bills gets a pay raise, Jordan Poyer's spouse always is like, "No, you better pay my man. How dare you let someone else make any money?"
And I guess this is coming from two regular Joe Schmoes like us. Why do these guys, especially in the NFL, not understand that? Hit my table. Not understand that when you ask for more money, you give the team less space to bring in more talent to help the team win. You're already rich. Now, I get it. You want to get more money so you could live this lifestyle. But at the end of the day, you'll regret being at the end of your career and not winning and not being remembered because you didn't win because you got all the money.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, what makes you happy as a player? Winning or money? Because Tom Brady proves that I want to win. I don't care about getting paid. I want to win. And...
Exactly. But you know what I mean? Like, how would it feel? You know what I mean? You're that player, right? You've been the cornerstone of the defense, right? And you demand more money. And then they say, "Hey, there's this other guy that's way better than you," because you know what happened? Now, kind of the similar thing happened in the Patriots, dude. They bring in a better player and they traded the other fucking safety. They said, "You know what? You're just replaceable at this point in time." So I wouldn't, and I'm just guessing, dude. I would hate for it to happen because I love Jordan Poyer, But dude, his fucking fiance or wife or whatever the hell she is, dude, just so much drama all the time, dude. No, seriously, dude. Like when Tyrann Mathieu got a huge contract, she's like, "Where's Jordan's?"
But
And like posting it everywhere. She's like, "Where's Jordan's?"
No disrespect to Jordan, but I mean, Tyrann Mathieu is a perennial All-Pro safety.
Yeah. Well, I think Jordan Poyer is a good safety, but I think that it's Micah Hyde that is the better.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Easily. Hell yeah. Definitely. Micah Hyde. If trust me, if they had to choose which one to cut bait with, they're cutting Jordan, keeping Micah. I'm keeping Micah Hyde all day, and they're probably going to pay him. Or have they paid him already?
Yeah, they just paid him last season. They did a 2-year contract,
and
extension.
and y'all get Trey back this year too.
Yep.
Y'all should have added another corner with him. I think y'all should. It would have helped.
That's what I'm thinking. That's the only thing that we need right now. But I think that they did talk to J.C. Jackson, but I don't think J.C. Jackson wanted to play in the Colt. That's why he went
going somewhere. Hold on.
The Bolts.
He's a Charger.
He's a Charger now.
The Chargers, man.
The Chargers. The Chargers have Khalil Mack, they have J.C. Jackson, and then they have Joseph Day that they got, right? But the thing is this. Who's Justin Herbert having now on offense?
Outside of
Robinson's gone.
He got Keenan Allen still, right?
Yeah, but Robinson's gone. That was his number one.
That was
this season. So
this season because Allen got so much attention, but now he's going to really get a lot of attention.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
yeah, and they don't.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, Austin Eckler he's a good back.
He's good, but he fumbles, man.
He fumbles. And then the NFL running backs, they're just cogs in the wheel. You can replace a running back. You can find somebody tomorrow and be like, get in there. So yeah, they're going in and they got a good defense, but they're not helping Justin Herbert offensively. They're not,
and they don't even have that great of an offensive line, man. Like, I would say, like,
no, they do not.
Maybe like mid pack, but they allow Herbert to get sacked.
They lost a lot of games because of the offensive line. They lost to us that second week when the Cowboys. We just started 0-2, but his offensive line, they could not stop Michael Parsons, and they could not stop us. So I feel like that's the reason why.
And I'm trying to figure out, dude, why the Cowboys didn't try to fucking pursue Randy Gregory more than they did.
Bro, it's the Cowboys. That's why.
Well, dude, think about it, dude. Like, he took a pay cut to leave the Cowboys. He took a pay cut to leave.
Here's my thing. We kept DeMarcus Lawrence. We let Randy Gregory go, who was the more productive pass rusher this past season over D-Law.
You cut DeMarcus Lawrence. And took the dead hit and then re-signed him.
And then
for the same contract.
So then we keep Michael Parsons. We don't keep Bobby Wagner to where we can possibly move Parsons to a TJ Watt type position and be an edge rusher playing hook to flat. And you're talking about you're going to move Michael Parsons around and just possibly waste his potential. We still don't improve on the secondary. Yeah, we got Diggs. Diggs wants to go play with his big brother in Buffalo. Don't blame him.
Dude, I think, if the Bills if the Bills traded that way, man, dude, I'm sorry, dude. At that point in time, like, I get it. Diggs has some improvements that he has to do as a cornerback, but with Tre'Davious White on the other side, like,
man, if look, we can say the thing about Diggs is he takes a lot of risk. That's all it is.
Yeah.
But when the ball is in the air and if he's in the area, he's probably going to come down with it because he's a big corner. He's like 6'2". Yeah. So you put Trey White on the number one receiver, or you can alternate with him and Diggs. You got a problem in Buffalo because you got two good safeties.
And then you got Von Miller.
Oh, my God.
And then,
man.
Dude, the Bills,
Trevon Diggs better not do that, man.
Dude, that shit would be hilarious. Because the Bills would be set, dude. I would trade. You know what, dude? Honestly, dude, I'd trade the first 3 picks off the board for Tre'Davious or Trayvon Diggs.
Man, you know what? At that point, if Buffalo did that, that is clearly we win all in. We better win this year. Like, that is because at that point you got your quarterback. Are they all still trying to get Saquon? I mean, I know it's a rumor mill that y'all are still trying to get Saquon, and
dude. So
he's kind of
you're gonna see. Well, you're gonna see whatever the Bills' plans were for the draft this year. The Giants are gonna pursue all the players, dude.
Okay.
And that's just honestly, you have a coach that was on the coaching staff for the draft, pre-draft stuff, and you had the assistant GM who was working on the entire plan, which is why the Bills introduced and a few other franchises did the whole thing where even if you hire them, they can't go to work with you until after the draft is done, because think of how long it takes you to prepare for a draft. It takes you a whole year.
Yeah.
Your entire draft plan is a whole year long. Like,
no doubt.
So I feel like it kind of let the Bills, like the Giants are going to do exactly what the Bills want to do. And it's going to be weird because I bet you there's probably going to be a trade up to beat the Giants in something, which sucks because the Giants have a really good fucking.
Real quick before we close out, you know who I think it's a good back y'all can go and get who will be serviceable for y'all? Melvin Gordon. Melvin Gordon.
Yeah.
If he stays healthy. If he stays healthy.
Yeah, that's where the issue lies, man, is can he stay healthy? You know, hold on. I'm going to do something.
Or hell, go get one of those backs go get Kareem Hunt from Cleveland.
Dude, they want way too much.
For him?
Way too much. They want at least 2 first-round draft picks for him. Which, I mean,
that's for the second running back, not the first one. That's not their feature back. So imagine what they would ask if somebody wanted Nick Chubb. Oh, my goodness. You know what? You know who's still out there? Ty Gurley. He's a free agent, bro. Go get Ty. If he's healthy enough, I mean, Jay Ajayi, what happened to him?
But remember, he blew both his fucking ACLs out, dude. Ooh. He's just not fast anymore. Well, dude, the thing is, dude, Devin Singletary, like a lot of people harp on him, dude. But if you look at his stats statistically, he's like top 7 running back. Like he's not bad, but we need someone just an explosive guy. So that's the thing.
I think Saquon really helps y'all. And having remember I was saying this a while ago. That's a mean read option you don't want to be trying to stop with Saquon and Josh Allen because it's not a situation. It's not a situation like if it was Lamar, you got to worry about it getting to the edge and you seal the edge. You can seal the edge all you want. You still got to tackle Josh Allen big ass if he keeps the ball. So, and Saquon is a strong dude, man. So it's like,
I think that's the big issue, man. Like, dude, you got to think, dude. Like, Josh, dude. I would hate to be the guy. Like I was sitting there looking at it statistically, dude. Being 6'5", 260 pounds, dude. Like you're bigger than most linebackers. Dude, you're bigger than most linebackers. Like think about that, dude. Most linebackers in the NFL, you're bigger than.
He's the size of some DNs, depending on what team it is or their body type. I mean,
well, 6'5", dude, a lot of
bro. The Rock is 6'5", 260. He's just more jacked up, but I mean...
Yeah, well, think of it this way, too. Most players in the NFL even say they don't like to tackle Josh Allen because it's not a fun time.
Bro, you don't want to... It's a big man.
Well, dude, think about it, dude. He gave fucking Tyrann Mathieu a concussion.
It's a big man. Well, Tyrann Mathieu's smaller than you and me, so...
Yeah, but still,
no doubt. Yeah, we're like you and me are 200 plus. Tyrann Honey Badger's what, $175 soaking wet.
Yeah, but dude, that motherfucker can tuck. Dude, that motherfucker can hit though.
He can hit for a small guy. He represents. He be like, I love Honey Badger. You out there hitting, man. All right, man. I don't have any more topics.
Hold on.
You got anything?
I do. I got one.
Hit me
Dwayne
up.
Haskins, man.
Oh yes, guys.
Sad, dude. That's sad, dude. I don't give a shit.
You know what? Despite what you may think of him as a young kid, which you look at him like, yeah, he's a young kid. He's made some mistakes. You don't want to see no one just lose their life like that, man. My goodness. So everybody out there sending these hate tweets and trying to, stain his name, with the biggest, deepest, bottomest parts of my stomach, a big hearty fuck you is deserved, okay? Let that man rest in peace. He was turning his career and life around.
He was. He was. Not only that, dude, you're talking about he was a good-hearted person. Like a lot of people don't.
Yeah, he's just a young
He was in a
man.
yeah. Well, he was the head of a franchise that didn't want him. You know, imagine being that hey, you're the face of a company, and then the company hates you just because of whatever. Hey, you're just young,
reason.
you know?
Like only the owner endorses you, and now that's the endorsement that matters. But imagine being at a company where you're not around the owner every day. You're around all the workers, and the workers are like, yeah, you only here because of the owner. If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't even be here. So that's asking a lot of a 21, 22-year-old kid. Especially these days with the social media influence and pressure. It's a whole lot different. So condolences, man.
Yep. To his family, and
it's sad because he's a couple weeks from being 25, man.
Yeah, really. I mean, and then not only that, dude, like you got to think, man, like he was just a young guy, dude. He beat Alabama to win a championship, dude.
Yeah.
Like, big deal, man. And yeah, I think the only thing that happened with him, dude, I think he was a young guy, man. He wanted to do things that you got to think but he was drafted what? He was drafted in 2019, so that would have made him 21.
Yeah, so he was a 14th or 15th pick to Washington. 15th pick, yeah.
Well, think about that, dude. What were we doing at 21, dude? You're getting drunk as fuck in the barracks, dude. Partying it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, dude,
I was on the detail to go to JR. What's that one place in Louisiana where we go and train to get ready?
JRTC.
JRTC. I was on the detail there, and I remember I forgot his name. The major, the bald black dude.
Major Williams.
Yeah, I remember telling him, "Sir, I turned 21." He's like, "I was like, will you buy me a beer?" He's like, "You be 21 for real?" I was like, "Yeah, sir." He bought me a beer because I turned 21. And I was on the detail, man. But yeah, 21. Yeah, bro, we were prepping for Iraq, man. Shit. So you're
just think about that, man.
You're asking a 21-year-old to come in and be the face of a multi-billion-dollar franchise and like be your face plastered everywhere. It's one thing for us to be in charge of multi-billion-dollar equipment. People still don't really know who we are. It's another to be the face of a multi-billion-dollar company, and everybody knows who you are. That's a lot of pressure on a 21-year-old. A lot of people don't realize that because they're not in that position. Mm-hmm. We can relate because, we've been in charge of a lot of money and equipment, but other people can't relate to that, man. That's crazy. So rest in peace, Dwayne. Hug your loved ones. When I see Z again, I'm going to break his back because I'm going to hug him so tight.
Yeah.
Break your back, bro. Well, guys, we're going to cut it there. We're going to come back and start doing this consistently. Even if we got to come on and just talk about something short, we're going to start getting back on here, man. Because the all season is about to start really ramping up. The draft is what?
Draft soon.
Around the corner, man.
Yeah, when is the draft officially?
I know it's going to be televised. We should stream.
I think it's the next.
If it's depending on what night it is, we should stream the first round. Stream the first
Let's
round. We just do first round reactions here on the channel.
Okay, so it starts on 28th.
What day is that? A Friday?
That's a Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Carrie's gonna be out in Florida looking at houses.
Okay.
So it's just gonna be me and the girls. But that Thursday I won't be able to do it. Maybe later on, but Thursday I won't be.
We'll get your reactions. I'll probably get on in the stream. I'll probably let's see. I'll get a couple of the guys from the Discord to watch the draft with me.
Day 2 I'll be able to.
Okay, yeah, definitely want to get that day 1 reaction. But yeah, no doubt.
Well, that Saturday though, isn't Carrie's graduation party that day?
Oh yeah. We'll talk about that off the rip. We're gonna kill it. We talk. Everybody probably like, what the hell they talking about? All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Remember, like the video, subscribe, share the content. Thank you so much. That's my brother Z over there. I'm Apollo. We get up out of here. We love y'all, man. Catch y'all next time, baby. Peace.